Here's the thing I've been thinking about: to internship or not to internship. I was sitting with a bunch of friends recently. We were talking about the fact that, back when we were kids, there were no internships. We were a lifeguard, cut the grass, busboy, bar back. You did whatever you could do in the neighborhood to earn a buck. And you made a good buck if you worked hard. And hopefully that local grocer who you delivered fruit and vegetables for, or whatever you decided to do, would hire you back the next summer. Or maybe you were a summer camp counselor or a group counselor. I don't know, there's nothing wrong with being a lifeguard. A lot of responsibility to that. The question is it's a little confusing for kids. Because, and so much pressure put on kids to get an internship. I mean, really? Does it really matter? Especially now where you're paying interns. A lot of companies have cut back on internships. Now, we've always taken our internships program really seriously here at Steiner. And we make it real. We put kids in real life situations, trying to put as much of the real things that are going on here as possible on their plate. But, hey, waiting on a table, busting a table, that's important stuff too. Learning those life skills, how to deal with people and having to show up for work in that capacity is hard work. And I don't think it should be discounted. So my question to all of you is, what'd you do when you were a kid? Do you value an internship more than you value waiting tables or being a counselor at camp or being a lifeguard? I mean, think about it. If you're a lifeguard, hey, that's important. You got to learn CPR. You got to be on your game. You got to make sure that pool is safe and that kids are not doing anything crazy that are in the pool. And if God forbid anything happens, you got to be on your toes. And those life experiences are important. Serving people is what we all end up doing. So busting tables and waiting on some tables or bartending at some joint on the beach, well, that's important stuff too. You can't discount that and throw it away and just have your kid just internship in some of these big companies. Although there is value to that, because some of these internships, by going inside of a company and realizing that may not be what that kid wants to do. And it's nowhere near what that child thought it was going to be as far as a business and a career. But then on the other hand, the effort required to having to go into an office every day, get dressed up every day, be prepared, go into meetings, see how communication in an office works, have to get to work every day. Well, that's important stuff too. Are you confused? Well, I am. Imagine the kids. They got to be pretty confused too. And a lot of pressure on them. Hey, either way, I think getting up and doing something is really the name of the game. Getting life experience is all good. Whether it be in some big company, whether it be some fancy company, whether it be the New York Yankees or Major League Baseball, or whether it be JP Morgan Chase or First Data, or working as a busboy in some dive bar over at the beach, or being a lifeguard, which, hey, ain't so bad. And I think you could all agree, working and doing something with your summer is important, and having your child plan to do something is critical. And the earlier they plan to do it, the more choices they probably will end up. So really the goal is, instead of forcing your kid to do this or do that, force your kid to do something. And explain to them that the earlier and the more planning that they do, the better. I can't believe how many requests I get at Steiner in April and May for an internship. Where were you in November, December, and January? Anyway, tell me what you are thinking about internships versus life work during the summer. Tell me what you did during your summers. If you didn't intern, what did you do? And was it valuable?